Pew pew. What up, Timmy? Pew pew. What up, Timmy? I hate that those don't mute automatically. Anyways, hi, hello.
Timmy!
Get it all fixed? Yeah, it was fixed like 45-ish minutes after I ended stream yesterday. But at that point, I was too deep into stuff. I'm just like, screw it. I'll be back tomorrow. I've been doing a lot of data entry research things for Diablo filter. But today I want to actually play. So that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to make a new character and see what leveling feels like. As I tend to do. Of course we're going Sork. Because of course we are. Sure. Solo self-found. Endgame. Riz. Yeah. Perfect. Perfect name. Accept. Hopefully everything started properly today. Looks okay. Looks like we're good. Alright, so level 1. We're not gonna Mrack. We gotta do something here. Sure, it's beautiful. Yeah, we'll use him. And yeah. Confirm. Doing it. Have you always been able to change your appearance from anywhere? For some reason I thought you still had to go somewhere to do that. It's been a while since I've actually looked and cared. Alright, so hunt down treasure goblins. I don't think that's what we need to be doing right now. Is there no seasonal thing? Is there no seasonal quest line? Probably not. Are they changing drop rates for SSF since it always says get more drops in party? That's a good question. I'm assuming no, but I don't know for sure. I'm assuming it is purely just because you don't want to have to play with other people. And mostly for leaderboards reasons. So you're proving like this is just me. I'm not exploiting, I'm not trading, I'm not doing anything like that. But it's a good question. It'd be interesting if they did a buff the way like similar to the way the last Epoch did it. Would be very interesting. I guess they didn't just give like a straight buff. They kind of made like 2 different game modes all together. Would be cool. Alright, so cube. And start a war plan. I do like that you level just from doing that. You play solo regardless, was just wondering. Yeah, I don't know. It's a good question. I'm going to assume it's going to be the exact same. Just with other players cut off. But we'll find out soon enough. Alright, so Helltide. I do like the Fracture Peaks Helltide. Okay, had to test. Had to test that. Uh-oh. $105, holy moly. $130, holy moly. What up, Quigs? So I do know. Oh, right there. Okay, that the new Realm Walker stuff is in Helltide. So let's head over there. How spicy is this? Ulo Sar Devotee. What the hell is that? How's PTR feeling? So yesterday I went live to try the PTR stuff, and it disconnected me after like 20 minutes, so I wasn't able to play it. And then I did play a little bit off stream, but when I was playing off stream, it wasn't to play. It was to gather information for my website, diablofilter.com. So this is my first time actually starting to like play any of the new stuff, and we're about 1 minute in, so I don't know yet. But this is pretty. I'll give it that. If nothing else, it's pretty. This is going to be difficult at low level, isn't it? Hello. We're getting super overwhelmed. Oh, that was just a sound of a cat. That wasn't no real cats here. I really need to spend the skill point to get something else other than just fireball. This is Realm Breaker. So it's not even Realm Walker, it's a Realm Breaker. Oh, I died. Gotta go? Alright, take it easy. Alright, so we're gonna go fireball, I guess. This D4 looks kind of low quality. No? I don't think so. How is it? Just getting started. What up, Big Amp? How you doing? They nerfed the mythics? Good. I am in favor of the nerf. I am so excited for the potential of actually having build diversity now, like actually using different items. I'm doing pretty good. Chilling. Hope they add season power because of the nerf. Why am I leveling up? Because I want to? I enjoy like the leveling experience, and I want to see what it's going to feel like to level a new character when the season goes live. Haven't played this season, but the patch notes make it seem like they kill everything. Good. People were like like blasting in Torment 12 within the first day of the new expansion. That shouldn't be that shouldn't be the case. Like they're slowing things down a little bit by like fixing the things that were super broken, but they're giving us so many more options by letting us craft on uniques and mythics and stuff. I think it's going to be really cool, personally. You don't like the resolve nerf on Druid? I think there are probably certain instances, like certain classes that kind of needed it more than others, and I think that will educate, like it'll inform them on what changes they need to make to the class, hopefully. Still tracking for the date, you think, for new season? Yeah, I think it'll still be the 30th. You're going to enjoy this season before the nerf? I don't know. I feel like this game has gotten way too easy. Players have gotten way too powerful way too quickly every season, and people have been using the same items every single season, and it's just gotten stale because of that. The expansion did a lot of good for the game, but like it's still not overcoming everybody running Ring of Starless Skies, everybody running Air of Perdition. It's just been the same shit, the same meta. They need to shake shit up so people get to use different items. How's Warlock? I liked Warlock when I played it at the beginning of the expansion. I haven't played it in a bit, though. We got a placeholder. With the placeholder equipped, I can't attack. That's why you don't follow build guides? Yeah. I didn't this past season, and I had some of the most fun I've ever had in this game. So yeah, I don't know. You're worried it's not going to be good season 14. I'm super stoked for it. Because it's everything that we had in the expansion, plus more content, a whole new twist on itemization, and the broken builds are not going to be broken anymore. I think that's a good thing for the game. It's good for the, like, it's going to feel bad initially for people who liked playing the broken builds, but I think for the longevity of the game, I think it's a huge W. Like, now it'll actually feel like a game again, instead of blasting to Torment 12 and then just annihilating everything in 2 days and then being bored of the season because you have nothing left to do. What build is broken? The Immortal Barbarian. That's the biggest offender. Guess you'll do Dreadclaws next season since Apocalypse got nerfed. I know the Lunatic builds are supposed to be really good too. I wonder how that's gonna fare. Although I still think Apocalypse is gonna be really good. Rogi believes it, yeah. I'm hoping that every class has good builds. I just think it's going to take a little bit longer to get to the end game, which, in my opinion, good. Really? He dies all the time? Who dies all the time? Mortal Barb's fun this season. So, like, I don't mind if a build is there for, like, a season. Like, I don't think they should be nerfing builds in the middle of a season. But once the next season comes out, a build that is that overpowered really should be brought back down to reality. Doesn't have all the answers immediately on logging into PTR. Wait, what did I miss? What answers did I not have? Did I miss a question? Oh! Immortal Barb can die? I mean, the builds that I've seen, if you put it together right, it looks like it's pretty much impossible to die unless you, like, are not paying attention at all. Asking how it... Oh, I see. I wasn't sure what question, though. But yeah, that's fair. I could tell it was trolling, I just wasn't sure exactly about what. Done with PoE 2? No, just taking a break for the PTR. I'll probably be back to PoE next week. Maybe this weekend. Maybe tomorrow, depending on how today goes. I don't know. I'm definitely excited. I might start a new character, though. Like, I still want to play my mercenary more, but I also really want to try... I really want to try the big monkey build. Also, a monk looks like a lot of fun. I don't know. Torn. Do the March of the Goblin stuff? Yeah. I mean, I could. I just don't know if I care about it. Like, do you get anything for doing it? Like, if there was a pet or something, maybe I would. But, like, if it's just for loot, I don't really care about that. Were there new class leaks, or was that all made up for D4? There was the Warlock and the Paladin. That was all. I didn't see anything about leaks. There was rumors, like, people thought because the hand crossbow was in the loot filter, people thought we were getting a Demon Hunter. But that was just speculation, and they removed it. Think some... Oh, are there cosmetics? Then maybe I will do it. Oh, and there's free cosmetics you can get in-game right now. You have to claim them, which I forgot to do. I should do that at some point. Looking at the wrong ones. Would love to get Demon Hunter. So fun to play in 3. I think the only way we get Demon Hunter, which I would be for, but I think the only way that happens is, holy moly. The only way I see that happening is if they do subclasses instead of brand new classes, and I think it would be a subclass for the rogue. I just can't imagine them doing it, though, as like its own thing. It's just, there's too much in common. But I think if they did subclassing, it would work great. Like, a rogue could subclass into an Amazon, an assassin, a demon hunter. Still miffed that Immortal got a Blood Knight. I could see a Blood Knight being added, potentially. If they did subclass instead of regular classes, a Blood Knight could potentially be like a Necromancer subclass or a Warlock subclass or something. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. Okay, well that level up just saved me a little bit. These are very spicy for a low-level character. What the shit? Like, this is on normal difficulty. I feel like I need to give this feedback. Like, already. What are these called? Why so many elites on normal? Right, that's what I'm saying. Like, if it was just a couple, that would be totally fine. But for level 1 normal, that seems insane. Like, do I want a run of Crux of the False Prophet? No, I'm alright. Appreciate the offer. We're just doing PTR stuff today. What build am I gonna go for? I don't really have anything planned. I'm just going, just playing. Picked fire, sent it. What are my thoughts on the change with Mythics? I personally think it's a great change for the longevity of the game. It's gonna feel bad at first, but once people get used to it, I think it's gonna be great. It's gonna let people actually use different items now, rather than everybody using the exact same Mythics every single season. They need to boost Mythic Seal drop rate. I know they got rid of one of the bad ones, so there's at least now when you get one, it's a 50-50 chance of it being usable. What's the seasonal theme this time? So they brought back the Realm Walkers. It's called like the Season of Death's Awakening or something like that. But the big hook of the season is Mythics 3.0. You've yet to find a Mythic Seal? I haven't found one yet either. So the way that Mythics work now is they did nerf all of the Mythics that were in the game and brought them down to where they're like a little bit more powerful than normal uniques, but they're not crazy powerful anymore. But now every unique in the game can also drop as Mythic and be 30% stronger and have all of its rolls maxed out. And you can craft one, or like you can craft Mythics also. You can only equip one that you craft, but if you find them naturally, you can equip your full loadout. When did this season start? This is just the PTR. The actual season starts, we believe, June 30th. It hasn't been officially announced, but that's what it looks like based on the dates in game. We only have 2 Mythic Seals and neither are good for you. You wish you could reroll them? Yeah. Too bad you can't 3-1 them. Actually, maybe you can. I don't know. I never had one, so I never got to try. Okay, this is so spicy. Maybe I go level somewhere else a little bit first. You can 3-1? Okay. Yeah, as soon as it said it, I'm like, there's a good chance you probably can. You have 6 level 70 characters. 6 level 70 characters. No, yeah. I've gotten 4 maxed out characters. All of them in at least Torment 10, and have not gotten a single Mythic Seal. So, I feel your pain. Okay, let's regroup here. Been running T12, so nothing. Yeah, they're very rare. Like I like that the game has rare items in the game. I feel like mythics in general, like I liked the original drop rates, how they were so rare. It was like finding a lottery, like a winning lottery ticket if you got one. I think that having them that rare is going to be bad for most people. So it's probably the right call that they didn't keep it. But like somewhere in between that and what we have now, I feel like now they're like way too common. Which I feel like next season they're going to be even more common because they're going to be like there's going to be an infinite pool of items that can roll as mythics. Just doing testing today, killing Belial and stuff on various characters, I found a bunch of them. You quit on this game at T5. Never found all the items for the build on the website. So a lot of the items you're probably not going to find until later. I think that was intentional because they want you to feel like your character is evolving over time rather than just having it decked out immediately. Grandfather Starless Skies and Harlequin Crest will be best in slot next season, so they did not fix the problem. I don't think that that's necessarily the case. Like Harlequin Crest is just going to give 6 to all stats, but like when we have 15 points in a base skill as it is, 6 doesn't really move the needle that much. Starless Skies will help if you have resource issues, but like without the rolls without the other rolls on it, it's not necessarily going to be better. Just really depends. Okay. I just realized the war plan said to do Helltide, so I'm kind of stuck doing Helltide, but they got to change it back or make the cube better. Random mythic is bad. I do think that the upgrading to a mythic should be whatever you put in there gets upgraded rather than it being random. I never noticed if you move like far left and far right, the portal actually like looks like it like shifts. That's cool. Anyways. But personally, I think that the fact that we get to craft on mythics and get whatever stats we want on them now is going to really make things interesting. If we're going to have mythics roll random affixes, make mythics codex to imprint with a limit. Maybe? I feel like that would make it too easy to get the perfect mythics, though. I feel like they want the mythics to feel like a chase. Like, you can get the uniques pretty easy, so having them mythic is just... It's basically like finding a primal in Diablo 3. Like, eventually you'll find them, but until then, you just use the regular unique. Thank you for the chili. Chilies. Okay, you know what? We need to take some of these out. And... Primal drops felt so good. Yeah, it feels like that's what they're planning on doing with this. Or it seems like that's like the inspiration behind it, is what I should say. I am very curious if we're going to get a guaranteed primal when we do Pit 70. A guaranteed mythic. Did I say primal? My bad. I don't know why that ring scared me. I just gotta get to level 15, then everything comes online. Hello. What's up, Dutch? This is so spicy. PTR hype. What up, system? How you doing? Are you fighting risen mobs? Something like that. This is so spicy. This is absurd. They need to nerf this. SSF? Yeah. Like, for a level 1, this is wild. What up, Jules? I guess I'm not level 1 anymore, but you know what I mean. You'd like if this was about the difficulty with max gear on max torment? Like, yeah, I do wish that the game presented a challenge again, which is why, like, I'm in favor of the nerfs. I know a lot of people are pissed off about it because people are terrified of change, but, like, having a new meta sounds like a great thing to me in a game that's felt pretty stale, with the exception of the expansion drop. How's PTR feeling? So I haven't played much. I've only been on for, what, like 25 minutes or something? Yeah, there's so many mobs. I put in some feedback on the partner Discord saying, like, this feels way overtuned for, like, super low level. Like, what am I supposed to do here? Fireball fixes everything eventually, but like low level, this is a problem. But yeah, as soon as I hit 15 and can put on the fireball enchantment, then we'll be cooking. Oh, hello, big boy. He kind of just disappears weirdly. I know it would be challenging to code, but you feel like rotating meta would be best so every class has time to shine? I mean, that's kind of how it felt in a lot of ways in Diablo 3. Like, there were certain builds that were always pretty good, but it did seem like the meta shifted from season to season, and it seemed like people either loved it or hated it. I was a fan. But like, if your class goes from being like really good to not being great the next season, I understand why some people don't like it. I will say this season's super pretty. All these bluish, purplish effects makes me happy. I'm stuck. Okay. Oh, circle's shrinking. We're shrinking. I hope that they make this a little smoother. If your class sucks, try a new one. Yeah. Like, that shrinking is a little jittery right now. Hopefully they smooth that animation out between now and launch. Holy. You like being the butcher? Imagine if we find out that the whole becoming the butcher season was inspired because one of the devs popped into my stream and saw that channel point redemption. Nerf crit into the ground and now Mythic stuck. Personally, I'm a huge fan of the changes to Mythics. Killed the Butcher recently for the first time this season. Nice. Should be using my Hydra more. I could just run around and, like, let Hydras do all the work. Oh, he's real spicy. Why can't they let people have fun and nerf everything that becomes powerful or what we like to use? So, I understand wanting to have fun. The game should be fun, though, without builds that are so bugged that you can be clearing Torment 12 in 2 days. Like, some of the fun should be coming from the challenge of the game, not just annihilating everything immediately. And when there are builds like that, it feels bad to play anything else. And that's why balance is important. But as long as the playstyles are still fun, I think it's fine. Like, people are still gonna find super crazy, overpowered builds. Leaderboard is a 300 IQ move by Blizzard. You go on any class on leaderboard and every single person on it is abusing an exploit? Yeah. Your PoE's crashing constantly in town in Act 4 and beyond. I've heard of a lot of people dealing with crashes this season. I've only crashed once personally, but I know it's a thing. This game won't ever leave power alone, so good luck ever finding one of those builds that gets left. Well, I don't think they should leave builds that are overpowered. But I think that the meta should be changing season to season. And I think people will find builds that are really strong, but, like, not bugged. Like, the only reason a lot of those builds are so good is because they're bugged and not working as intended. Builds are still gonna be just fine. Subscribe to me because I'm real chill? Hell yeah. Your CPU spikes from like 30% to 100% in town? Yeah, it's definitely not the most optimized. Early access, am I right? Am I right? I know there's been a lot of talk because they just announced No Rest for the Wicked is getting its full release date in October. And it's not going to be on Xbox because of the Xbox Series S and the Switch 2. And a lot of people were like, why aren't you releasing on all of them? And he's like, because we haven't figured out the performance on those yet. What you're so upset about is none of your builds were bugged and they nerfed all of them into the ground. But they nerfed them compared to the current season, but as long as they're still capable of clearing the content and are fun to play, what's the issue? Like, they're not going to be so nerfed that you can't play them. And if they are on the PTR, they'll fix them. Like, you probably won't be able to be immortal anymore on the Barbarian, but other than that, I think the builds are still going to be just fine. Like, the PTR is not final. We're just testing right now. Trust me, there's a whole Discord of people constantly submitting feedback. And, like, for the last 7 seasons, people have been all doom and gloom about the PTRs, and then the season rolls out and people have fun. It's wild how many times that's happened. Ball Lightning's funky AF right now. On the live servers or on PTR? You just started this game last night. Let me tell you, you're up late. It's a good game. It's a good game. What the hell is that? Anyways, on PTR, I played it. It seemed okay. It doesn't feel as strong, but Unstable Currents was wildly overpowered. But I have no doubt that people are going to still figure out stuff that's doing trillions of damage by day 2 of the season. Because they always do. It's wild you're playing a merc werewolf named Van Helswig. No other game you can remember give you that? It's, yeah. I really do like what they've done with the way that you put builds together in those games. What up, Nerdy? How you doing? What build am I rocking with? You kind of like it? I'm level 10, shooting fireballs. Firebolts, sorry. There is no build here. This is me trying to get to level 15 so I can do literally anything. Now, will it be a fireball build? Probably, eventually. But right now I'm just fighting for my life. Do we have a date for season? So there's not an officially confirmed date yet, but the in-game reliquary points to June 30th, and that's usually accurate. Unless it gets delayed for whatever reason, that's probably going to be when it comes out. As a new player, is respecking available? Yep, anytime. Like, you can just go into the skill tree whenever you want to and start changing points around. What? Oh, go away. Just don't pull that up, because it'll block you. I'm doing well. Chilling. Randomized mythics are not that bad. I think they're great. Like, yes, they're like when you upgrade them, they're random, and the stats on them are random, but then you can take them to the cube and craft whatever you want on them, so you can get the item exactly how you want it. Oh, freaking time you thought I was playing PoE? Oh, gotcha. In PoE, there is respecking. It costs gold. You have to do it at the hooded one. And it's expensive. Now all stats can roll on them as well? Yeah, yeah. Yeah, so like before you were limited to what the mythics had on them, and they were usually pretty good, but now you can get whatever you want on them. So, you know, if an item had a stat that wasn't good for you, now you're not stuck with it. Is it going to be expensive to craft on them? Probably. But I'm okay with that. It just gives us more chase. It gives the game longevity. Remember when it used to cost gold to refund in Diablo? Yeah. Yeah, I remember specifically Rod Ferguson gave a statement that, like, once you get to a certain point, if you wanna try a new build, you might be better off just leveling another character. Which, the masochist in me that grew up on Diablo 2, I loved that answer. I understand why they didn't stick with it, but I thought it just felt very old school, and I liked it. Yeah, I played the PoE 2 update. I'll be back to it. I'm testing out D4 because we're on the PTR right now. Testing out for next season. I want to give the devs my feedback. As long as we can't just steamroll through pit 150 like it's nothing, I'm happy. Yeah. Like, my goal is to get to 100. If I'm there, I'm happy. Tell the devs they need to add a spider mount. Could happen. We just gotta make sure that it actually has 8 legs, not 6. Seems like nearly everyone that's cleared 150 this season either exploited or using a hold right mouse button build. Yeah. Yep. It'll be very curious to see what happens with SSF. I'm pretty sure I will end up going SSF this season just because it's new this upcoming season. I like trying the new things. And I don't really play with people anyways. Because I'm a loser. What is SSF? Solo self-found. So they're adding an optional mode to where you won't be able to group up and you won't be able to trade at all. That way, people can like really test themselves on the leaderboard without like people like funneling gear to one player and like people using like party exploits and stuff like that to try to kind of even the playing field. If you want to be competitive, you occasionally play with the wife. So no SSF for you. Fair. Yeah, if I had someone that loved me, I'd probably feel the same way. Quit PoE 2 at Act 2 this season, the only season you couldn't finish the campaign. Interesting. I did finish the campaign. I had a good time with it. How are you competitive in this game? Leaderboards in the pit, or in the tower, I should say. After like 12 seasons, they finally added leaderboards. Jeez. Group SSF would be nice, like RuneScape does. Well, then it wouldn't be SSF. Then it would just be SF. But GSF could be cool. I think you have up to 8 people in your group, so it's group found. Yeah, group found would be cool. As long as you have to like predetermine it early and you can't swap people in and out, like it's like the same group the whole season. I think that'd be cool. If they did that, also allow you to trade mythics. I think that would be fun. Just between your group. You got a group found hardcore run in RuneScape with your dad, sister, and her boyfriend. It's a lot of fun. That does sound fun. I would like to do, like, so assuming we get Classic WoW, Classic Plus, I would love to do like a guild self-found thing and like start a guild with like just my community and stuff. How do the leaderboards even work on D4? Haven't been able to try it yet. So it's kind of like the pit, but it's a little bit different. But you're essentially running the pit, and it's based off what tier you complete and how fast you complete it. And it's each class is a solo one, and then there's a separate one for duos, trios, and quads. Maybe it's just me, but having to play through that boring campaign 4 times, you just can't bear it. I don't know. To me, playing through the campaign just feels like playing intro maps. It really doesn't feel any different to me. I do still think it would be cool if they made it to where you could more easily juice maps on future characters, like once you've done it once. But I don't know. I don't really see a major difference between just playing the game and like through the campaign versus doing endgame maps. Other than I don't know. I like leveling in Diablo 4 too, though. So I'm the weird. I'm the oddball here. But like, if you don't enjoy playing the game at the low level, like what's so different about it at the high level? You do 125 in 1 to 2 minutes, but you can't do the tower. It always says beta and a date. So right now it's not open, but it was open for a while. Actually, I think it might be open today. I don't remember. Schwabby, what up? I know that they had an issue with one of them, and they delayed the launch date, but I think I saw something about it starting. I don't know. I don't remember. I don't really do it, but I think it closes for 2 days in between seasons, something like that. Uh-oh. Okay, this is nuts. Like, they need to do something about this. This season theme looks fun. I'm really excited for this season. I know a lot of people are really worried about it, but I think it's going to be good for the game. Like, is it the most mind-blowing season? No. I think the mythic changes are cool, personally. But I don't know. I think that the new activity seems fun. It's just right now it's super overtuned for low levels. Which is another reason why I like doing the low level stuff on the PTRs, because I feel like not many people do. Usually people just dive into playing on endgame characters right away. Hope it changes the way we build characters and also change the meta a little bit. I think it has to, right? Basically brought the Chaos unique gimmick to the new season. Kinda. It's kind of like a play on Chaos. Similar. But it is a permanent change, too. The Mythic 3.0 is a permanent change, not just seasonal. Although, the crafting of them might be a seasonal thing. I don't remember, they either said the crafting of them or the method that we the method that we craft them, I think, is seasonal. That 30% bonus, yeah. It does kind of feel like they're like, okay, people liked it. How do we implement this in a different way but make it permanent? And I'm okay with it. I think they increase the damage from bosses in T12, especially Mephisto and PTR. Possibly. Like, I feel like they want Torment 12 to really be that pinnacle challenge they've always talked about it being, and it wasn't for a lot of people. Hello! Hi, Psychosa. Psychosa, this is very difficult. I'm in normal, and Helltide is kicking my ass. Heyo! Thank you for the 6 months! I know, I've been dying a lot. I need to stay away from this shit. What's a solid crit damage to be at? You're at 2400. It depends on the class, but I'm not really sure. I'm not the most analytical person when it comes to that kind of thing. I just play the game, and if it feels good, cool. If not, get better gear. You tested it, same build, same toughness, T12 Mephisto on live. Can't one-shot you, but the PTR, yeah. Yeah, people are gonna need to figure out either different builds, or people are just gonna have to, I don't know, maybe we need to build our characters a little bit more defensive rather than offensive. I don't know. I'm sure people will figure it out, though. They always do. They always do. I just need to get to level 12. Just need level 12. Not 12. I need 15. I am level 12. My brain's off right now. Running for my life. So spicy. I don't think I've opened up a single Helltide chest yet either. Actually. What happened to my... Why does it not show my war plan objective? I don't know. We're Torment? I'm in normal. I'm level 12.
Moo.
Thank you for the follow. Now you want to jump back and do it. Enjoy? Hell yeah. Yeah, we're just on the PTR, and I wanted to test how leveling felt with the new changes. And let me tell you, it's kind of spicy. Thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. I definitely think they're going to need to retune this a little bit for the low level. Probably fine later in the game, but at low levels, spicy. Any chance... Oh, I'm not strong enough to carry people through Mephisto. I was barely able to kill him solo. I wish I could help. Worth asking? For sure. If anybody in chat is able. You can get to the third phase, keep getting smoked. What class are you on? PoE 2? Oh, this is Diablo 4. But I will be back on PoE in a couple days. You're on Paladin? Once you get once I get any gear, and once I hit 15 and can use my enchantment, things will be much easier. So I know for me on my sword, when the phase first starts and that big circle shoots out, I ran to the left side, and usually it'll fade before it gets to you, so you don't get hit by the first one and you don't lose your skills. And then I just made sure to, like, when he does like the hand clap thing, just like pay really close attention to where those hands are heading, and GTFO, and he always does it twice in a row. But yeah, there's just so much stuff going on in that fight that it's real easy to get one tapped by something. ARPGs with good music? Hell yeah. Muse makes my heart happy. Wow, 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 wow. And people on YouTube are like, wait, what music? Nice. 2 more to go. 2 more to go. Oh, I actually have enough cinders I could open a chest right now if I don't die. Okay. Where is one? Way over there? Okay, that helps. I know you like both, but do I prefer? I don't really prefer either. I do play more of Diablo. I think it's just more accessible, but I do really enjoy both. I think, real talk, I think I probably play Diablo more on stream, but I play a lot of PoE off stream. How do the doing? Are Riz doing the doing good? How is Nichols doing the do? I got nothing. Oh boy, let's not die, Riz. At least until you can open that chest. There's so much shit. And Helltide ends in 5 minutes? It's not good for me. Oh no, it just ended. Shit! Name game? Right here. Diablo 4. Yo! What's up, Seb? This is in Helltide, but new Chaos events. PTS. I don't know what PTS is, but yeah, this is in Helltide. There's also events in Nightmare Dungeons, and I think somewhere else also, but I don't remember. Having a blast on D3's great. Old game or new release? This game came out in 2023. We're on the public test realm for the upcoming Season 14. Test server, yeah. It's the Paragon for me, not as much brain work. So I will say, like, the PoE tree is complicated, but the Path of the Paragon tree in D4 just isn't fun to me. I kind of hate that system more than anything, and I really hope it changes. Which Zavin has hinted that they wanna change it. Now, I don't necessarily want it to be like way more complicated or anything, but I just don't want to feel like I'm doing like a spreadsheet. I want to feel like it's like part of the game. Right now, it doesn't feel like part of the game. It just feels like busy work. It's a hassle. There's too many variables. Okay, we got 3 minutes until Helltide's up. What's this? Fishing. Not on the PTR, I don't care. Also, since we have a minute, I'm going to be playing this weekend. You guys can't stop me. This game looks so cool. Anyways. The mythic changes are big L. I personally think they're a huge W, and I think they're great for the longevity of the game. But it seems like more people agree with you than they do me. I think it's going to feel really bad for a week, and then people are going to get used to it and realize, hey, now we can actually equip different items, and it's actually going to like make builds more interesting. Saw someone play that. Graphics look great. Not a huge first-person guy, though. Yeah, I kind of wish it was third-person, but at the same time, with like how visceral and like, I don't know, it looks like it works pretty well. Generally, I like third-person games better. But for that game in particular, I think the style looks like it works, but maybe I try it and I hate it. I don't know, but it was $9, so I'm like, whatever. It went into early access yesterday. I'm still not really sure, like this far into the game, why we still have this 5-minute gap between Helltides. Like, it's better than the hour and a half or whatever that we used to have, but like, what purpose does this serve at this point? Thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. You know what I always thought would be cool is if instead of like Helltide being like in this area for 55 minutes and then moving to this area for 55 minutes, what if it just drifted across the world? And like if you wanted it, like if you wanted to, you could just stay with it and just follow with it. Is the new season going backwards, or are they doing worthy changes? So in my opinion, I think the changes are really cool. They're doing what they're calling Mythic 3.0, which they are nerfing the existing Mythics to make them to where they're a lot weaker than they currently are, which a lot of people are freaking out about it. They hate it. In my opinion, it's taking the items that were they were so overpowered that nobody could use anything else and bringing them down to reality, but they're making it to where any other item can be turned into a mythic. Like any other unique item can be upgraded to a mythic. Do they still have different color Helltides? They haven't in a while. This season, there are new activities in the Helltide for the season, which is what I'm doing right now. That's part of the season, but there's also like dungeon stuff and done with that. No, I'm back on Diablo for the PTR, but I'll be back to PoE. But yeah, this week is the D4 Season 14 PTR, so I wanted to test it out for a day or two. If D4 had Monk with Tempest Rush, he'd be all over it. Oh, same. We were talking about it earlier. There was a lot of people thinking we were going to be getting a Demon Hunter because they saw hand crossbow in the loot filter, which in this season's PTR, in the Season 14 PTR, they did remove that, so it was definitely a mistake. But it got me thinking, like, are they potentially looking into doing, like, subclassing or something later on? Which I think would be really cool, and I know a lot of ARPGs do it. Which makes me think Diablo might not, because they don't want to just copy other people's homework, but at the same time, I think it would work well. And if they did that, the Monk could very well be a subclass of either the Rogue or the Spiritborn. Can't wait for... Oh, the new God of War. I've seen all of the people whining about it, but I haven't actually watched a trailer or anything yet. Isn't Rogue practically Demon Hunter? It's similar. There are definitely similarities between them, which is why I don't think just adding a Demon Hunter would work. But if it's going to be a subclass, then I do think it would make sense. And yeah, same with Monk. Like I don't think they would do a Monk because it's also too similar to the Rogue and also a little similar to the Spiritborn. But if they did a subclass, I think it would work. You haven't played D4 since PoE 2 release, but you missed D4's performance. So it's funny, because I feel like D4 either runs great on your system, or it runs like dog shit with very little in between. Because I have heard a lot of people that have performance issues all the time. But I don't have too many issues. Every now and then, like when I first teleport to a town, sometimes it's a little stuttery for a minute, but it's not too bad. If you play another game, then load D4, it stutters and have to restart your PC. Interesting. Oh, we got some overlap happening. We're making a Venn diagram. It's kind of cool. I like that. I dig that. There's some potential for kind of juice in the season mechanic. Finding ones that overlap good and stand in the middle and push it. What was the issue yesterday? Was PTR related? The issue yesterday was that the PTR was up for about 20 minutes and then went down for 45. And so I said, well, there's no point in waiting, and I'm glad I didn't because it was down for another 45 after I ended. But then it came up and it was fine. Just need one more level. Just need one more level. And then everything should get much better. Hi, wolves. Give me that. A lot of people wanted... I think there was a technical issue on their side. I don't think it was just the servers being slammed. Because right before it was scheduled to launch, they put out a blue post saying that they were having issues and it was being delayed. And then it came out like 10 minutes later. And then it kicked us off like 15, 20 minutes after that. So yeah, I think something broke. I don't know what. It's PTR day for everybody. The PTR is for anyone who has Diablo 4 on PC on Battle.net. But it's available all week. I believe until next Tuesday. What's a blue post? So a blue post is Blizzard employees when they post on the forums, their posts show up as blue because they're a Blizzard employee. So a D4 death. How's PTR looking for this orc? So I'm only level 14. I like to play these because most of the people who do the testing, they want to test the end game stuff. So I like to test the early game stuff. And so far, it's been a bit of a struggle, honestly. In normal, on Helltide, I'm getting my ass kicked. That said, I should get a huge power spike here in a second as soon as I get my fireball enchant going. So that'll help a lot. But I do think that they need to tune it down a little bit, at least the Helltide events. Because they are very difficult. But I'm very optimistic about this season. I know a lot of people are really afraid of it because of the changes to Mythic specifically, and all the nerfs and stuff. But I think that the nerfs are really just fixes because things were way out of control, not where they were supposed to be. I'm noticing that I'm casting Hydras sometimes and they go like underground. That's not ideal. The PTR is the public test realm. The test server for... It's basically like a beta for the next season. Runs about a week to try to give feedback to the devs. To try to make the season better. My computer just started updating something on me on its own. Once you hit 15, it should go smoother? Yeah. The Fireball enchantment literally carries this orc low level. We're almost there. Okay, we need 13 more cinders. Should have just gone Arc Lash. You did Warlock Bombardment summoning build, hit 2 million toughness, but have problems getting better items. Just gotta keep grinding. Are there specific items you're looking for? Or just like any upgrades at all? The amount of enemies is great. Yeah, I do like the density. It just feels like I can't do anything against it. Like, when I get higher level, it'll definitely feel better. I'm curious how it's going to feel in the late game. Oh, and they did add a new layer boss this season also, which is always cool. And it looks like it's going to be a permanent one. And what made me happy is that it's in the area that we fought Malthael in Diablo 3, which I thought was pretty cool. Is this? Oh, this isn't. I mean, it's a new character, as in I'm leveling a new character, but it's not like a new class or anything. This is the sorceress.
No survivors. This place is overrun.
Look like Demon Slayer? Nah. The Warlock's pretty cool, though. Oh, we have enough to open the chest. Do we know anything about what next season will be? So I'm playing the test realm for the next season right now. That's what this is. So it's the season of, I think they called it Death's Awakening. It's the return of the Realm Walkers, although Realm Walkers are very different than how they used to be. Okay, that'll help. And they're introducing Mythic 3.0. You have the legendaries, unique, and mythics. Reroll to the highest value, but feels like you can do better. I mean, at that point, there's not really anything other than luck. Doing the activities are going to give you the most loot. I just basically did war plans over and over and over, as fast as I could. Playing a Pally this season, you haven't touched Lock yet. I started with Lock. I had a lot of fun with it. See how much of a difference this makes. Not as much as I had hoped. I don't talk to you no more. What do you mean? You just said hello. I hadn't looked at the chat yet. I've played all the classes. Oh yeah, I love Druid. I haven't played Druid in a while, but I do really enjoy them. Came up with 6 ladies and 6 gents for the Love Island Sims house. Oh boy. Glyphs are also 150, but T12 still feels hard in some ways. Can still be one-shotted. I mean, yeah, T12 is supposed to be difficult. Like, it's supposed to be aspirational content. Like, they want it to be difficult. And I think next season it's going to be more difficult. What's the best build for Druid? You're stuck right now on which to pick. So, like I said, I haven't played them in a while. I always went Pulverize because I thought that was fun. But not everybody likes that playstyle, so I don't know. I'm not really sure what's meta for them anymore, though. Okay. This does not feel significantly better than it did. I still don't have much for gear, though. Although I can turn in this war plan, that'll help. Why do I do no damage to anything? Like, I get that this guy's an elite or whatever. He's not even. He's like a Helltide boss, a commander, but he's not considered elite? Weird. No, don't die. Don't. No, no, no. No, no, no. Alright. That was horse shit. I'm going home. You found a treasure breach sigil. Is it good? They're pretty good. They're pretty juicy. We need to switch that to here. All right. What's up, Tyrael? Hook me up. Bunch of blues. Okay. I'm guessing I don't have any. Oh, I have a lot. Do I cheat and upgrade this shit? Not gonna lie, unless Diablo makes a major change for Season 14, it's looking like a big L. Everybody's saying that. I think everything that they announce is a huge W for the game. I don't know. Wait. You said your glyphs were 150, but you're struggling in Torment 3? Something's wrong with your build if that's the case. Oh wait, no, never mind. That was somebody else. That was somebody else who said that. Same color username that I'm seeing in my chat. No, I don't want to do it. I want to feel what it's actually supposed to feel like. Although it's tempting. You don't know how to fix it? I mean, at that point, I would definitely check out a build guide on like Max Roll or Mobilytics or something. Why are you glowy? Alright. Thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. And the first legendary is the true leveling path. Once it's helpful. Yeah, for sure. I do feel like a dungeon's going to be easier than Helltide. Hopefully. Did they change what Fireball does? Yep. They sure did. That's not nearly as good as what it used to be. Fireball's direct damage deals an additional 30% damage over 4 seconds. Whack. I don't love that change. Okay, that's the first L I've seen. But that means we can take my point back. Actually, maybe we lean further into it. You've hit a wall with your Warlock in Torment 7. Any suggestions? I mean, other than trying to get slightly better gear, getting your Masterworks up, leveling your glyphs as much as you can. I'm not really sure. I know Warlock is not one of the strongest classes this season. I do hope that they buff them in the future. Thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. What have we learned so far? What do we like? What do we not like? The only thing that I don't like so far is they changed the enchantment for Fireball on the Sorceress. And that's how I always leveled. But it is what it is. It'll be fine. This already feels more fun. But yeah, so there's new activities in Helltide that seem fun. As a level 1 character, in normal difficulty though, it feels way overtuned, and I gave them that feedback, so hopefully they try it at low levels too and see what it feels like. Because that needs to be tuned down a little bit, at least early on. The changes to Mythics, a lot of people are hating on it, but I think it's great. What's the new enchantment or what's different? So it used to be, well, okay, so in the old game, it was whenever you kill a monster, it explodes nearby monsters with fire damage. Then they changed it to where if you kill a monster with like damage over time, like basically if you're using your burns, your incinerates, your fire dots or whatever, then they would do the explosion. Now, your damage over time effects cause slain enemies. Wait, did it literally just change back? Fireball's direct damage deals an additional 30% damage over 4 seconds. Here it still says your damage over time effects cause slain enemies to explode in a fireball. So that's interesting. The MU drop a lot more. The what? So yeah, when I put it on, it changes. So that's weird. Yay, PTR. Has anybody called that out yet? Oh, wait. Never mind. I'm dumb. The top part still says it. That's just my modifier. I'm dumb. I'm dumb. I just misread it. The top part still says that it does it, but I haven't noticed it actually doing it. Just want to mention your overlay at the bottom doesn't show health and mana. Oh! I still have my PoE overlays on. My bad. Wait. Oh no. Okay. I need to fix some things. Can we expect good Cold Sork build in Season 14 or still Lightning? Lightning got nerfed. Fire got big buffs. Cold, I think, got buffed slightly.
They've been feeding on me. Please, get back from them.
Just saw a player in Guild Wars 2 named Lindsay Gohan. Is that name supposed to mean something to me? I'm confusion. Oh. Yeah, I don't know. Ice Shard Sork was pretty nice even on Season 13. It wasn't quite as good as Lightning. Yeah. Yeah, I'm curious to see what the meta's going to look like. I know people who make builds are probably like scrambling to come up with what's actually going to be viable.
Such power.
They're going boom on death? Yeah. It's just, it seems like it's weaker than it used to be. Oop! Legendary. Pants! Sadly, it's not a damage multi. In groups, it'll shine. Yeah, except for the fact that I'm on SSF. And I probably will be when the season goes live. Oh yeah, that's another thing they're adding in Season 14. Finally adding SSF, officially. Pants! Yep. When is it expected to go live? So the official date has not been announced, but based on the in-game reliquary and end of season date, it looks like it's going to be June 30th. Looking for level up? I'm playing on the PTR. So no, I'm specifically testing leveling on the PTR to see what it's going to feel like when the season goes live.
Dearest, death comes for this hellhole we call home. There was a pale stranger, Elias, he called himself, skulking about the kitchen halls today. When he saw me, he approached to ask about the prison warden. I directed him to the palace guard.
But if that was an offer, I appreciate it. You have to level on PTR? No, you don't have to, but most people focus on the end game, so I like playing the leveling stuff just to see how the leveling is going to feel, to give feedback on it. But yeah, you can skip it if you want. PTR, what's that? So PTR is the public test realm. It's basically like a beta test for the next season.
Yours always,
Sorry if that was loud. I saw a bug on my mic, so I went for it. I didn't get him though. Freaking little fruit flies. Yeah, testing for next season, exactly. Heckin' swords, man. How's PTR feeling? So, level 1 to 15 was rough. Like, my damage was so low. And, like, so, not necessarily the damage, but in Helltides, there's the new activity. And the monster density in this new activity was wild. And so, like, I could not keep up with it. And I got overwhelmed super easy and was getting my ass kicked for a while. Now that I'm starting to get a little more powerful, though, it's starting to feel better. When's BlizzCon? September. I think the 12th and 13th. I think. I'm very excited for BlizzCon. I will be there if anybody's going. I'll actually be there as one of Blizzard's official guests, which is kind of cool. That's something I can put on my resume. Hell yeah, yeah. Yeah, they invited a bunch of their partners. And I was one of them, one of the people chosen. Which, I mean, I was going to go either way, but I'm actually going to have, like, media credentials or something, I think. Blizzard has hit pretty good lately. They've gotten a lot of good momentum across several IPs. I agree, and I cannot wait to find out what they're announcing at BlizzCon. Thank you, thank you. Hopefully I'm allowed to say that. It'll be our secret, okay? The chosen one? I don't know about all that. Bow, 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 bow. Gonna be like, okay, our next no, definitely nothing like that. I'm not gonna be doing any speaking. When's the new season? So we don't have an official date, but based on the current in-game dates, it looks like it's gonna be June 30th.
Mainlander, what brings you?
Act 6 and D2 would explode. I agree. Like, so, okay, I've talked about it before, but my expectations are that for Diablo 4, I think we're going to get a teaser, like a very brief tease for the third expansion. I don't think it'll be a full reveal, but I think we'll get the title and like the theme, maybe the location. But I don't think we'll get like features. I don't think we'll find out the new class or anything like that yet. I think we're probably going to get a D2R expansion announcement. 'Cause like the Reign of the Warlock, in their interviews, they talked about how they added this new toy and they wanted to expand the sandbox. That sounds like an expansion tease. I don't know. Which would be huge. I would also love to see I talked about this a bunch on stream and in one of my recent videos. I would love to see a Diablo 1 remake as a third-person, potentially Souls-like style game. I think that would be so dope. Or if they wanted to go more like an Elder Scrolls style game, that would be sick too. I also am very excited for WoW Classic Plus. I don't know what they're going to end up calling it, but they got to be cooking something. They've been teasing it for years. And then it seems like they're doing something for StarCraft, which is hype, potentially. And I kind of hope that we finally get an announcement for another movie or TV show or something, because there's been rumors about like a Diablo TV show and stuff for a long time, and it hasn't come to fruition yet. But I think that would be super exciting for people like me who want to be into the lore but have never really been able to get into it. Expansion, another €60? Probably. I mean, so it's 40 USD. I'm guessing that's what €60 is. I don't know. I don't know the conversion. But, like, they come out once every year and a half. Like, if you can't save up 40 or 60 bucks in a year and a half, what are you doing? Like, how many hours can you get out of this game? So many. So many. Arcane next season? So next season is called, like, Death's Awakening. But it's got all these, like, purple and bluish vibes and stuff. So it kind of has, like, an arcane-y vibe to it. €6. Okay, so US and euros are about the same. So yeah, it was 40. Am I done with season 13? I wouldn't say I'm done, but I would say I'm mostly done. Like, I might log on to it, but like right now I'm doing PTR. I'm gonna go back to PoE 2 a little bit. I might play more season 13. I'm not sure yet, but I'll definitely be back for season 14. Yeah, I like BlizzCon has the potential to be so big. And a while ago, there was an interview that said that they viewed this as the biggest BlizzCon they've ever done. When's next season? So it's not announced officially yet, but based on the in-game timings, it looks like it's going to be June 30th. So you still have 1, 2, 3, almost 4 weeks left. You got time. Just crazy who never played it. You got to buy one package and get all DLC. So if you, I mean, I guess they do have a collection that has all of it combined. Yeah. But like Blizzard, it's the same that like same model Blizzard has always done, to where like World of Warcraft, the base game, like you buy the game and you have all of the expansions except for the current one, and then you just have to buy the newest one if you want it. Like Diablo 2 had a paid expansion, Diablo 3 had a paid expansion. This is the first game that's had more than one expansion, so they had to do it a little different, but like people should not be surprised. Like honestly, they could have charged more than 40 and they probably would have sold just as many copies. Yeah, it's a great game. Both expansions have added a lot to the game. I think Lord of Hatred added more than Vessel of Hatred did. Although I still wish they would go back and revisit the Dark Citadel and add more to it. Absolutely worth getting Lord of Hatred. I think so. I think the expansion was great. And like seeing how they're building on top of it now, I'm even more excited. All right, so we need to go back to Helltide. We got a legendary war plan already? All right. Got 20 minutes to do this. But they know we buying skins.
Move.
I don't know what you're talking about. I would never buy skins in this game. I am curious what percentage of the player base buys skins versus people who completely ignore it. Although, that is one of the perks of being a Diablo partner. They do usually give me most of the new skins. Well, that's not true. They give us like the crossover skins. So like when like the Warcraft skins came out, they gave me all those, which was pretty sick, admittedly. You need a new game in the StarCraft IP. So there's been rumors for a while that they were working with the Arc Raiders people to make a game in StarCraft. I don't know if it's true or not, but I've seen a lot of articles about that. Personally, I think that like something like Helldivers would have made more sense. But who knows? Warhammer Space Marine style game in StarCraft universe would be sick. So I don't know enough about how Warhammer games play, but it sounds cool. Like, I was never huge into StarCraft, but I did enjoy playing it casually. I was more of a Warcraft 3 guy. Okay, this is definitely feeling a little better. Although those events are still going to be scary, I think. I just need some oomph. Wait, my weapon's called Anvil? Horde objective, third-person shooter equals Warhammer? Okay. Man, I really want that third-person Diablo 1 remake so bad. Like a full remake, though, not like a remaster. Like, I wanted to have the locations of the original Diablo, but, like, make it feel modern, make it feel super cool. Definitely, they would have to find the right balance, still make it feel like Diablo, but... Was, Incinerate still a meta? Has Incinerate ever been a meta? I feel like Incinerate's always kind of been... It's okay. What class do you think is going to be broken next season? It's hard to tell. I'm not done with PoE 2. I'm just taking a break to play the Diablo 4 Season 14 public test realm. But yeah, I have no idea what's going to be the meta next season. Like, a lot of classes were fixed. A lot of people are using the nerfed word, but I'm calling it fixed. Damage was out of control, and so they're toning things down. So I'm not sure how the meta is going to shape out. But I'm excited to find out. I'm excited for the game to feel like a game again, rather than just being like a slot machine where you just like blow stuff up immediately and then pick up your loot. Like, that's what Diablo 3 and Path of Exile 1 are. I don't want that in D4. Or Warcraft 4. I don't know if Blizzard like sees a future in RTS games, but I would love to see them try. Crackling Energy Sword will take the place of Ball Lightning. I don't know, though, because the thing that got nerfed is Unstable Currents, and that was what made Crackling Energy work. Like, Unstable Currents is why every Sork build for, like, the last 5 seasons has been Lightning. Probably longer than 5 seasons. And as a Lightning enjoyer, I'm sad to see it nerfed, but at the same time, I'm excited to see other metas pop up. What up, Zaddy Cat? Yeah, we're on the PTR today. Good night. Get on the button. Trying not to run meta builds. Wish we could have gotten spin-offs like World of StarCraft or World of Diablo. I would love a Diablo MMO. I don't know how it would work, but I would absolutely try it. And I keep going back to there's been a lot of like rumors of them trying to branch out beyond like within their existing franchises into other styles of stuff. And I keep talking about how a third-person Diablo 1 remake would be so much fun. If they wanted to do an MMO instead, though, sign me the fuck up. Diablo 1 remake is a third-person action RPG. Souls very light with Druid added with Earth Magic. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. I mean, if they did it right, just make it to where like we can like build our characters however the fuck we want. You're waiting in queue? Weird. There's a queue for this game or for PoE? I never see queues for this game. Also, did you watch the video you posted last night in the other games channel? Good lord, you were giddy as a schoolgirl watching that. I did not. What was it? I think I missed that. Did I? Not ringing a bell. You have a Q and D4? Really? Huh. Upcoming game called The Godslayer. Oh, you know what? I meant to watch it, and then I got pulled away to a work ticket, and I never did. I need to remember to do that. Actually, is it just a game trailer? We could watch that on stream. I'd be open to that. I gotta go back to town anyways. 7 minutes? Is it worth it? Is it worth it? Is it a PlayStation exclusive? How's the new season looking? If you ask most people, I'm drooling again. If you ask most people, this season is going to kill Diablo and it's the worst thing they've ever done. I think it looks fantastic. Are Americans hyped about the World Cup? I'm not, but I'm not a sports person, but I know a lot of people are. You can see the microtransactions for the Barb Ancients to be the Lost Vikings. Oh, that would be cool. PlayStation, Xbox, and PC? Okay.
Oh.
I just saw that it's a PlayStation video, so I wasn't sure if it was exclusive. I didn't want to get excited over something I wasn't going to be able to play. All right, let's see.
The hideout is on fire.
Any good buffs for the struggling classes? It seemed like there was more nerfs for the overperforming classes than there were buffs for the underperforming, but I think there were some buffs in there. Really? Interesting. I never did play that, but I remember looking at it thinking, that looks interesting.
They must be after the researcher.
Could be.
What classes are struggling? All of them except for Sorceress and Barb? Not really struggling, but comparatively.
We need to act fast. I'll deal with the Celestials. You go on ahead.
Celestials?
Find out what's going on.
Yeah, Paladin needs
Don't
some love for sure.
do anything rash.
Yeah, Rogue. I've heard Rogue feels pretty good this season.
Easy for you to say.
Is this Overwatch?
How do I get past all the soldiers?
This is the Godslayer.
What happened?
And he tells me not to do anything rash.
Mind your business. Damn it, it's an elemental.
Howdy. What up, Liv?
What What?
There you go.
Damn! Stop right there! Where did he go? It's you!
Yeah, what he said. That's sick. This is kind of what I wanted out of the new Onimusha. Is this Diablo 4? No. We're watching a trailer for the Godslayer. Or some gameplay footage. He's got fire feet. Thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. I mean, this is kind of how a third-person Diablo could feel. If there was loot dropping on the ground, you'll know when you get to the part that made you bust. Oh boy.
Put it out! Put it out!
AC Hex. So, after thinking about it for a second, I'm sure that means Assassin's Creed, but my brain went Animal Crossing. I'm like, what?
Cool off, you lot. Gonna be cold.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
What's going on here?
Here we are.
Fodder, fools, humans. Which is next?
Hi, Quake. Look at that hair, though.
That must be Master.
There it is. There it is. Big rock. He do be earthbended. Not even? Oh, shit. This is the start of it, anyways. Oh, okay. I want my hair to do that. Diablo protagonists or Godslayers? Pretty much. Which hair? Nice. I'm curious, like how this plays. Like, how is he switching between all this? Like, how many buttons does he have? Like, what is playing this actually gonna feel like? And surely there's gonna be like a HUD or something when you're actually playing. The hell is this? Are the Power Rangers gonna show up next? What game? This is a trailer for the Godslayer gameplay trailer. Would you still want hardcore mode in Diablo Souls-like? Fuck yeah. Absolutely. Would I play it my first time through? Not a chance. Would I do it for a challenge run? Sure as shit. Absolutely. Next season of Diablo? Yep. Yeah, they're changing the game up a little bit. A damn war blimp, right? Next, they're gonna start riding around in a van that shoots pizzas. Hardcore Diablo people are a different breed. It's so easy to get one shot, you're not good enough for it. You definitely have to play a lot different when you play in hardcore. This can't be actual gameplay. It says it's a gameplay trailer. But yeah, it feels like it's gameplay enhanced. What's the game called? It's called the Godslayer. Yeah, quick time event, yeah. Like, there were parts that felt like gameplay, but I don't know how that's gonna play out, because, like, he was just doing so many things. That does look sick, though. I guess I probably should have equipped these a while ago. Not that they would have made a huge difference, but some. You're not playing hardcore in D4 ever, but you greatly enjoy it. Enjoy it in SSF and D2. It's supposed to be mid to late 2027. That's not too far away. That's what you want your next mount in D4 to be, a blimp? All right, I'll let them know. I'll let them know. Why so many Helltides, game? I haven't been this excited for a game this far away in a very long time. Here I am waiting for Light No Fire that was announced like 5,000 years ago and haven't gotten any word since the original announcement. But why not PoE 2? Diablo 4 just released their public test realm yesterday, so we're testing it out for a couple days, and then I'll go back to PoE. Did they make it where the war plans go across all characters? No, but they said they're exploring ideas, but nothing to announce yet. Right now, their focus was on making it to where they were possible to do in groups more effectively. But I bet you it comes sooner than later, since enough people are asking for it. All right, this Helltide ends in 2 minutes, so we're gonna wait for that. Only game you're really excited for is Last Epoch on PS5? Fair. Just run and go do a dungeon. Since I don't want to wait here doing nothing for a couple minutes. Meow. Actually, we'll just do this instead. You'd like to do group war plans, maybe a little more than account based for you? Yeah. Like, I personally don't mind that they're not account wide, because I like having each of my characters having individual progression. But I know that that's not the popular opinion. Like, I know that most people would rather them be shared. So for those people, I think that that's probably the right call. But I would love the option for either account wide and it stays the same, or individual character but it goes a little faster to progress. Give us the option or something. The default dance emote in Guild Wars 2 is the Carlton? The default is? That's funny. Capybara game. True. If they're not shared, they should be a bit quicker. Yeah, that's... Yeah, I've always said I would rather them just be a little faster, but individual, so that like we can have like different ones per character or whatever. Because if... I mean, I guess if they just share the points, that's probably what they would do. Never mind. What build do I tend to use? No idea. I just said, we're going to go fire. See how it feels. Beyond that, winging it. I don't plan on playing this character for that long. I'm just seeing how early leveling feels today, so I can give some feedback. This isn't going to be like a serious character. I doubt I'll play it again after this stream. There's one of these events here? Interesting. Yeah, the last Epoch season will probably end in like, you know, 2 to 18 months. Somewhere in that range. Oh, yeah, no, I like leveling my characters. Like, I'm specifically testing how leveling feels on the PTR. I do really love the colors they're using for this season. It just looks real clean. The stash on the seasonal realm will be inaccessible and eternal, so you better use whatever. Oh, yeah. Yeah, so this is on the public test realm, so I don't have access to any of that stuff. Got a random X post that day. Check out all the new things coming to Last Epoch's new season. Season of the Knick Knack Patty Whack Dog bonus. Yeah. Yeah. I still think it's weird, though, that, like, the Last Epoch's seasonal mechanics have been so, like, nothing, but people praise them for what they're doing. But if Diablo put out the same thing, they would make it sound like they were the worst game devs to ever exist. It's the weirdest thing. Like, I like Last Epoch, but it's like... they don't move very quickly. And when they do put out new stuff, it doesn't feel that new. Admittedly, they have a much smaller team, so it is what it is, but... okay, I don't like this one. Still got a couple minutes for Helltide. You're in queue right now? Yeah, a couple of people have said that. That is weird. Conditioner is better. Wish Blizzard would expand the mercenaries you get, like equip them with gear. I thought for sure we were going to get some addition to the mercenary system with the expansion. Maybe next one we will. I don't know. Or maybe there will be a season where they... there was a season in Diablo 3 where they added a whole new system to mercenaries. Like, they added the emanation system and let us add more gear to them and stuff. So maybe that'll be a seasonal theme. Like, Season of the Mercenaries. Could be cool. But the way that they made them, like, a tabbed feature in the interface, it would be very easy to expand it to add a gear tab. Wahid? Have you seen in PoE 2, there's an item that you can socket into your gear that gives you the power of a unique. E4 can never be that innovative, come up with that. True. Bow, 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 bow. Mm-hmm. Man, I really hope D2 gets that expansion. Like, at this point, I'm only setting myself up for disappointment. But, like, all the pieces fit. PTR already? Yeah. The season's in 4 weeks. They kind of had to do the season soon because of when BlizzCon is, I'm assuming. The way that things line up. That way, the next season will be shortly after BlizzCon. But it makes sense for this season to be short since they didn't actually add anything, the current season. They didn't add any seasonal mechanics, I should say. They added a lot, but just nothing seasonal. Also potentially nerfing a lot? No, they're fixing a lot. That shit was broken! See Rob play this ultra broke build, Blizzard won't have time to fix it. Yeah. Like, people found all the bugged builds, played the hell out of them, and now they feel bad because they're nerfing it, but really they're just fixing the game to how it was supposed to be. Reverse the rushing claw nerf? I don't know too much about that one. I haven't played Spiritborn in a hot minute. But like Unstable Currents, for example. Like, people are crying that Unstable Currents got nerfed. Good! It needed to be 10 seasons ago. It's been like making it to where Sorks could only play like 2 or 3 builds. And they all felt the same. And no longer infinitely rushing claw. Yeah, I feel like that sounds like an unintended interaction if you can do it forever, but I don't know. I've never played it. You like what seasons bring, generally speaking, but there always seems to be a lot of near-wasted dev time on things that only get to see a couple months at a time. I do wish that they made more things permanent, but it does feel like a lot of their seasons have been testing things that they eventually bring back in permanent features. Like the way that they're doing Mythics 3.0, someone pointed out earlier, it kind of feels like it was inspired by their learnings from the Chaos Armor season. It's the only mobility Spiritborn has? I haven't played one since Season 6, but I never used it, and I felt like I was moving along just fine. Yeah, it was sore. You're all for the damage scaling nerfs, but mobility and dexterity are the lore and identity of the Spiritborn? True. True. But, like, should you be able to use it all the time? I don't know. The Monkey Fist is almost teleport. The evade build is literally evade. Yeah, true. True. I did try the evade build once, just to see what it was like. I didn't like it. Any idea if they did some balancing? Oh, they did a lot. A lot of people aren't using the word balancing. A lot of people are not very thrilled, but I think that the changes sound good. I think people are going to try stuff on the PTR and give a lot of feedback, and I think a lot of the stuff will be tweaked. But they're trying to make more stuff viable, in my opinion. A lot of people want them to bring the bottom things up. It seems like they're going the other direction, bringing the top things down. But I don't think they ever intended people to be as powerful as they were, so I think it makes sense. They got rid of evade for the expansion. You can no longer evade with Thunder Spike. Huh. Could have sworn I saw somebody doing it. I don't know. Maybe that was before the expansion. People seem to not be happy if they can't crash 150 pits. Yeah, exactly. How's the leveling? Slow. The very low levels was rough. I'm okay with it though. Okay, so now that we have that, we can get rid of... I don't need Flame Shield. You do hate being pigeonholed into certain builds just because some aren't possible in high T. So yeah, they nerfed the mythics that existed in the game by a substantial amount. And a lot of people are hating on that because they like their builds the way that they are. They don't want to have to figure new stuff out. But in my opinion, those mythics were so overpowered that it made everything else in that slot feel bad to use. So like people couldn't use any helm that they wanted. They couldn't use any ring that they wanted. So this change should allow more slots, more items to fill those slots. And then they also made it to where any unique in the game could be upgraded to a mythic. It would basically give it all perfect rolls and increase the unique power by 30%. You're just killing the build at this point? Wait. If you could have do it from its inception, then yeah, why do it now? I don't know. I think that they've been trying to get things balanced a little bit better for a long time. And the start of a new expansion is a good time to do it. They probably should have done it with the launch, but I don't know. Maybe it wasn't ready. The fun of the game is figuring out how to build your character. The Mythics basically stole a slot. Yeah, they were auto Bastion slot. And that doesn't feel good. For a lot of people disagree. A lot of people just want to be super giga busted right away. Oh, for Rushing Claw, gotcha. Yeah, I don't know. I haven't looked into the Spiritborn stuff.
You there. Care to be a witness?
Slow is okay for you? Yeah.
And I'll pay you.
Where'd Nichols go? I just realized what song was playing. Not to mention when a helmet gives you 80% multiplicative damage, what are we even doing? Yeah, and it's been, I'm shocked that it's been that way for so long. Like an item like that would have made sense with the season 0 mythic drop rates when it was like winning the lottery. But with how accessible they are now, and especially with how accessible they're going to be next season, we don't need that in the game anymore. I'm sure people are still going to find giga busted builds. But hey, maybe it'll take a couple days for it to happen this time. The general consensus is they gave a new skill tree, which we figured out only for them to now nerf. I don't view it as nerfs. I view it as they're trying to get the game to where they intended it to be. And like actually make it feel like a game again, rather than a slot machine. If a Diablo 2 expansion is coming, would we want another new character? What character expression are we missing? Yeah, I don't know. I think that if we get an expansion, we'll definitely see a new act. But, I mean, we already got the Warlock, so I don't know if we would get another new character, but maybe. But honestly, the big thing that I would want is new stuff for the old classes. I think that would be more interesting than another new class. Mr. Lama knows he's acting like he doesn't. Maybe. He's actually in charge of it. He's the one designing it. His Llama RPG that he's been working on, that's actually just Diablo 2 Resurrected expansion, but with placeholder art. How's new season so far? So I'm just doing low level stuff right now, so it's hard to say how it's gonna feel. but it seems cool so far. This is the PTR for the new season. +1 skill tree. I don't know about a new skill tree. I'm just thinking like a couple new skills on each tree or something. But a completely new skill tree would be sick too. Why not bring up all the builds to be as good at, because people were farming Torment 12 day 1 of the expansion. They wanted it to be aspirational content. The game was way easier than they intended it to be. So for me, it makes sense to bring things down. But at this, like, if it's coming at the start of a new season, it's gonna everyone's gonna be starting fresh anyway. So it's not gonna feel like a nerf. It's just gonna feel like new balance. I don't know. I think people are gonna forget all about it. Like by the time we're 3 days into the season, and it's gonna feel fine, and people are freaking out over nothing. What do you mean PTR? It's the public test realm. So it's basically like a beta for the next season. When do you think we see Diablo? I think we're going to get Bale first and then Diablo. My guess is we'll get the first teaser for the next expansion at BlizzCon in September. And I think that'll be the Bale expansion. Possibly the first of 2 or 3. I'm curious if we're going to get... I'm thinking we'll probably get 2 Bale ones and 1 or 2 Diablo ones. You understand that, but majority of those interactions where people were pushing 150 was bugged. Right, and those bugs are being fixed. That's where a lot of the nerfs are happening. Not all of them, but a lot of them. As a summon Necromane, you hope they would expand the Book of the Dead? That'd be cool. Yeah, the season's not actually live yet. This is just the test for it. Want a level? I'm on the PTR. We're just testing. I'm specifically testing leveling on the public test realm for season 14. What are my thoughts? So I'm Riz, not Jay. My name's Ryan. But I'm having fun with it. A lot of people are freaking out about it, and I think that they're freaking out over nothing. But we'll see, I guess, in 4 weeks. No, you're totally good. A lot of people do it, and I understand why. Sorkin Rogan season 13 without bugs are still clearing 150 pit. So, unstable currents has always been just super busted. But yeah, they're doing nerfs across the board. When's the new season? We don't have an official date yet, but probably June 30th. Yeah, I don't know. Looks like breaches in PoE. Yeah, it almost feels like a backwards breach, because like it opens a little bit, and then you're trying to kill monsters to prevent it from closing. But again, people are freaking out because of the patch notes and the PTR. But keep in mind, it is a PTR. Nothing's final. And if you want your feedback heard, jump on, try things out. Put feedback on the forums. They definitely read them. Oh, they read them. Be cool to make our own mythics? Yeah. I'm excited about the new mythic changes. And I like the way that they redid the art. I think it looks cool. You don't think that they're considering the interactions? Oh, I think they are. Will they get them perfect? Probably not, but... There's a lot of moving parts. What game is this? Diablo 4. Like, every season, people freak out when the PTR comes out. Oh, it's a terrible season. Nobody's going to play it. And then the season comes out, and everybody loves it. So it's just like, I don't know. You like the Chaos Armors that we had in Season 9? I mean, this, like, the new Mythic system kind of feels like it was inspired by that in a lot of ways. Not exactly, but similar. Yeah, I'm sure they're going to listen to people, and, like, if things were heavily over-nerfed, like, if they were over-nerfed, I'm sure they'll probably revert some of it. They usually do. They listen to feedback, and if it seems like it was too heavy-handed, they'll tone it back. Twigs? Don't make me come over there. How's PTR looking? Looks like a PTR? I don't know. I'm having fun with it so far, but the leveling feels like they haven't fully tuned it yet. It feels... What's the word? Like, at level 1, it sent me into Helltide to do the new seasonal activity. And there were so many monsters in that area, which normally I would love. But I couldn't make a dent on them, so it was a struggle bus for a while. Like, if this is what normal feels like, what the hell does penitent feel like? If you have it on PC, you can. If you have it on PC, BattleNet, so it has to be BattleNet specifically. You can't. Not on Steam. You can try it? Hell yeah. Yeah, so on your BattleNet launcher, like right above the play button, there's a little drop down that you can switch it to the PTR. It is a separate install, so you do need to have the space on your hard drive, but as long as you have that, you can play it. First Divine of the League? Hell yeah. Nightmare Dungeon. Alright, is there a PTR option on console? No. I know at one point they said that they wanted to get PTR on console, but it hasn't happened yet, so I don't know if it ever will. What build do I play as Sorcerer? So I generally have always played Lightning builds. But Unstable Currents is getting changed next season. So it's probably not going to be as strong as it normally is. So I'm just looking to see if Fire, or I'm going to probably try some cold stuff too. See if any of them feel noticeably better. Exploring my options. One more interlude, so ready to be done with the campaign. You got this. Broadsword is doing crazy work. You wouldn't be shocked to see a major resurgence and maybe even a console version. Interesting. That'd be cool. Already bored with PoE? No. This is the public test round for the new Diablo 4 season. So I wanted to check it out while it's available. But I'll be back to PoE very, very soon. Boop, boop, boop. Get him! Ugh. One temple run couldn't hurt? Yeah, I did one. I did, through my whole campaign, I did one. Scroll back because of the song? Hell yeah. Does that mean when it's over, I'm gonna lose you? Or does that depend on what the next song is? Oh, jeez. Well. Nice.
Moo?
Thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. Wait, why can I not salvage these? You'll stay for the song? Nice. What a jam.
Feeling lucky, Mainlander?
You're gonna need this playlist. I have it linked on my Discord in my music section. Oh, I tempting, but no. Tempting, but no. Can't extract currency from temple workbenches anymore. I did notice that. I don't know if that's just like when you're low level you can't, and later on you can, or I don't know. But yeah, I did see that. Like maybe you have to do a quest to unlock it or something. Oh. Infernal Hordes. And I have to? You know what? You know how much I don't want to do Infernal Hordes? My back's bothering me a little bit, so I think I'm just going to call it here. I really don't want to... I guess I could re-roll it. Yeah. Well, I can't. I can't... Oh, I can. Never mind. But yeah, I'm going to call it for today. My back's bugging me. And I got some shit I got to get done. But I'll be back tomorrow. I am going to go lie down. But hope you guys have a great night. I'll be back tomorrow. Probably. I don't know if I'm doing PoE tomorrow. Or if I'm doing more PTR. Or if I'm doing something else entirely. We'll see. We'll figure it out. Anyways, have a good night. I miss you all already.